Company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Tomorrow, I think today's Sunday, right? Yeah, it should be. Tomorrow we'll be launching our new screen paint. This will be our advanced ambient light projection, Black Inferno Nova 17. I do have, well, we already saw the demonstrations of the screen outside, but I'll be posting a few links in this video demonstration. We're posting a test, which we did on ultra short throw, certified screens, white surfaces, tested against other black surfaces, and like I said, some of the more amazing tests we have done on this technology. Now, as I said before, that anytime that I do a screen, before we launch it, we have to do an official size of 100 inches. This screen is actually 4x8. It does a 235.1 setting. That's why I have my projector set up here, because we'll be doing it tomorrow. We'll be doing a 235.1 display on here also too, because the projector behind me has that capability. We're using 600 by 800 res 720p SVGA, the Viewsonic projector, and like I said, of course, we're going to do that 235.1. You got a chance to see what the technology looks like outside. Now we're going to do some demonstrations for inside on a much larger scale. All right, so let's begin. Let's see, go back a little bit more, because I want to start off with the video that I have in the thumbnail. So we've already done several ones of these. We have a version of this that's already done and pre-recorded. Now we're doing a live recording, and then we'll do another live recording for Facebook. Now, if you're interested in getting the surface that I'm using right now, this is wallpaper surface I'm using. There is a spot on Amazon that does sell the exact same wallpaper I'm using in this demonstration. I'll put that information below if they have it. That's if they have it. It'll cost you around $48. And I know people thinking that we're selling a wallpaper screen. That's just screen paint, no wallpaper screen. Alright, so some other demonstrations below besides the key cut. I am going to go pop down and look at those. Can we get out of this altogether? Alright, perfect. Let's see what we have on right here.
The energy's here. I need you to be ready.
That's funny. I can go do something else. Now we do the live demonstrations because the pre-recordings, some people think the pre-recordings come out to be too good to be true. There's no way that screen paint looks that way, and that's why we do the live recordings. And this is no 4K, no 1080p projector, not even a 720p with an XGA or WXGA. This is bare minimum on a projector. 600 by 800, 720p SVGA projector. No calibrating, no dark environments. As you can see, we're not in a dark environment. Plenty of light in the environment as it should be. I'll show you the distance, somewhere my projector sits back right here. So as you can see, not in a dark environment at all. Plenty of light. I like to show this side angle. You can see my projector and screen. This is how projection screens are supposed to work. Not when you're stuck in the dark, not spending the money on overpriced, expensive projectors, and no headache of calibrating your projector. We're going through this because I want to keep this as short as possible. I have quite a lot of work to do tomorrow. This is what I understand when big companies have such high-powered, expensive projectors. People that are showing screen paint products have such high-powered projectors. It's not something that's needed. It's needed for them because, like I said, the screen's lacking. Ambient light control environments, the screen is lacking. Our technology doesn't require it. Because the screen does all the work. Just like I have a 50-inch of this technology right now on my deck. I think yesterday I was doing a little gaming off there. Had a little fun. I'm going to spend a lot of money. Commercials, see what we got going on here. Go back and see the ice cream. Now, people are asking, what is the difference between a black Inferno? Black Infernos can produce higher white levels. That's why we did the demonstration with the other black surfaces laying against the black Inferno. When we show off white levels, they turn dark. Black Infernos can maintain white levels. In order for them to maintain the white levels, it needs the colors. Not only with having dark technology involved to make the colors pop, but also to having those white levels make the colors brighten. And I have customers that contact me and they rack their brains trying to figure out what projector to get. You don't have to rack your brains. So when I bought this projector, I knew what it was. It cost me $150. I want another one. It cost me, if I want a brand new one, it cost me $300. Most people are going out spending $800, $900, $1,500, $3,000, $4,000 for a projector, and they still can't produce the images I do in this video. skyward food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Would you like to be closer to the screen? So you can see how impressive the white levels are. Let's see. Oh, my stand. See the natural color of the cutting board, her skin. Look at her shirt. Look at the blade on the knife. All that you have to recognize when you're looking at technology. All those are different white levels triggering off. If the white levels weren't there, then you would have one dark surface. OG snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, the Infernos have 4 more that are connected to these. Just I haven't had time to bring them up yet. But there's 4 more technologies tied to the Infernos. There's a collection of these. This is just the first one that was displayed. So it took a while, but like I said, I'm in a lot of, off of YouTube, I have a lot going on. Especially in January, which I can't mention nothing about. Now, can you imagine seeing this screen on 300 inches displayed in a storefront? That means I get to show you the reactions of everyday people walking by and watching a black screen produce an image. We may even put in a booth where people can talk about what they saw and what they like with their consent and upload that on YouTube so you can see other people's expressions when they look at the technology. Oh, it's not just me. I told you, there's other parties now involved in this now. A lot of brainstorming going on. But there are other parties involved in this technology now. Whew, that's amazing. Again, that's amazing. That couldn't be me. I would be the one to fall off the opposite side where the rocks are at. I'm gonna fly in here once a couple minutes of fame. Get out of here. Look at the shadow of light, where it's darker in this area right here, and watch when it gets here, it gets brighter. Guess you would have to get your footing if you're doing what he's doing. My goodness. I can see why he would be stepping on that, because that whole section could come out and he could basically slide right off into those rocks. Whew. All right, I got to move on, but that's still quite impressive. What is this right here?
Good health starts with good sleep and a brain. Aura is the most accurate and
This is why black technology is fantastic for visual effects. I've done that already on the mapping equipment I have upstairs. Contrast is very important, especially when you're doing visual displays. There's no way in the world you would be to pick that up on a gray screen. That is not going to come up. We're going to have to do a visual screen with that Nova 19. Oh, Nova 19 sells. It's actually the only way you can get your hands on a Nova 19. You have to be a company. That same technology I developed that took the direct hit from the sunlight, yeah, that's already selling. That's on our website right now. We're not on the website. You have to request it, and only companies can get access to it. But we're going to take some of that stuff. We're going to design a visual screen with it, because I have a few people that are interested in using it for digital displays. And we're talking about massive digital displays. So we're going to do some digital display setups. All right, let me get out of here real quick. And let's go back over to whatchamacallit, because we got less commercials to be rushing to there. Which is the one they had with the tree? I want that one with that tree. That beautiful tree is nice. Here we go. We'll take that right there. We were at 18, so we're doing pretty good. 18. Now, new project, the 135-inch black Nova have outside fixed screen. I'm taking it down. I'm actually going to do a customized built screen there. You'll get a chance to see that bit by bit being constructed. I decided to get a very nice home theater package out there for speakers and stuff. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be an interesting screen. So we're already getting ready to draw up how much wood I would need to start that project already. I'm going to be doing some improvements to the deck. So we're going to have a section for gaming, which we have the 50-inch setup. I'm also going to be doing something different with the 50-inch, because I like how that screen stands up, but the problem is it does take away from my scenery. So I'm going to design the screen so it can fold down or slide down, so I can basically, when I'm not using the screen, I can enjoy the scenery, and then I can bring it back up. So that's going to be redesigned right there, but I'm still going to have the screen up there. But I'm going to put a nice little lounge area over there, so basically I can have my seats and stuff, and I can sit down and do my gaming there. And of course, we got to run some LED lights through and some other cool stuff. So I have one part of the deck for the gaming lounge, and the other half is just going to be like my relaxation area where I'm going to have the big 35-inch and some throw pillows on the floor. These are all weatherproof, keep in mind. I saw weatherproof bookcase with some flowers out there, something real nice. And then if I have the time this winter, we'll start setting up for the 250-inch underneath the deck. Hey, I feel absolutely fantastic. New treatment they got me on for my lungs, absolutely, I feel fantastic. 3 days so far of, man, I've never been so happy. I'll tell you, God is good, God is good. You know, God is fantastic. I feel absolutely fantastic. One day, soon enough, not that. I'm not going underwater for Jack, but I'm going to Barbados. It's probably setting sun a little faster than I thought, but it's going to happen. I'm going to be going. Take a group of my friends with me for free. They'll fly them down there for free. Of course, I'll be taking a special friend of mine. Not going to mention who, but can't wait. Oh, man. I may try a little bit of snorkeling. What the heck? You know? I got a few plans. I'm going to England. I'm going to Ireland. Definitely going to Japan. A couple places I want to go. I'm going to Paris. Man. After last year, oh yeah, I'm definitely going. All right, do we have anything else you want to do? We can do this one right here. Well, you ain't the one the wildlife, the killing is the one, the killing. I don't like the killing part. It's all nature, but I just don't like the killing part. I want something a little more brighter than that with the white levels. Anything else that matters? Bright white levels before we go? Ah, Antarctic penguins. What if we do this really quick? I'm going to pause this for a minute. I'm going to set this up for 235.1 setting. Let me see. I'm at 16.9. If I set this up for, no, we're out of that menu. I need to go back to that menu. And I need to go into aspect ratio. Let me see. We have it here. Trying to hit my aspect ratio. There we are. You need to go down here. And I need to hit enter. And let's go to the 235.1 setting. That's 235.1 setting. I'll have to bring that projector back and hit that thing. So, those of you who slept on these projectors, I told you, they have 235.1 settings in them. You have any idea how much money it costs to have an anamorphic 235.1 lens in your projector? It ain't cheap. It's very expensive. But that's one of the interesting things about Viewsonic, which I would never understand, because they don't advertise this setting, the secret setting in the projectors. And I told y'all about this. Particular models have them, not the older ones. I think it's the 2016s up had that particular setting. Now I did 235.1s on different ways on how you can get 235.1 settings. One was the cheap Amazon wide camera angle. That little thing you set up, it works for a little bit, but like I said, the problem you have with that, it works better than 1610, But the problem you have with that is the edges become fuzzy and disoriented and becomes real blurry on the side. So not good at all. Remember, you're taking a camera lens and you're attaching it to a projector. They do have a lens that can fit over top of your projector, but you're talking about an easy, maybe $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 for that device to hook up, and sometimes it may not hook correctly to your projector. That's another choice. Or you can go out and spend a couple $1,000s and buy a high-end projector that may or may not have it on it, unless they advertise it. But the Viewsonic projectors have them. I've had the ultra short though in here, which I had the 235.1 setup. I've had the PX747 4K projector, which has the 235.1 setup. So, but keep in mind, a 235.1 setup is a true dedicated theater screen. And a lot of you not. It's true. I've had one here. It's true dedicated. Someone say, I got a dedicated theater room. No, you don't have dedicated theater until you hit 235.1, because there's only a certain select movies you can play on that screen. You're not going to be watching TV off of it. You're not going to be gaming off of it unless you got a computer and you can actually manipulate your settings in there to a 235 widescreen setting. Other than that, it ain't happening. So that is a true dedicated setup if you put that in. Most people have those, have two screens. Like they'll have a screen in one room, which I had does 16:9, and the other one does 235.1. But that's it. That's all I can tell you. Usually, if you're doing 235.1, usually an official screen, like the one I had in here, screens are always going to be higher. Actually, they're going to be shorter in height, which you can fit one of those screens anywhere you want in your house, long because your ceiling's probably, your average ceiling is about 8.5 feet high. So you can fit that screen anywhere. It's the length you're going to have to think about. Those screens are really, really long screens. So if you don't have the length, you're not putting it in there. Now, if I cut this screen, because this is a wallpaper screen, I can literally cut this screen to fit for a 235.1 setting. Keep in mind, you're not supposed to have your bars there and there. It's supposed to be all pure one screen. But just to show you what it would look like if you did this in 235.1. But you shouldn't have any bars at all, period. This screen's too high to be 235.1. But you're not supposed to have, because the screen's not laying flat, you're not supposed to have this and this. Now you can cut these off right there. But this screen is 4 feet by 8 feet. 100 inches always 4 feet by 7 feet. If it's 4 feet by 7 feet, you'll be able to get to 16:9. But if it's actually 4 feet by 8 feet, you can actually get off away with 235.1, but you still have your bars from the top or the bottom, which are not supposed to be there. It's just supposed to be the screen. But again, like I said, you can cut this here and here, or you can figure a way to mark it and cut it. Then you'd have an official 235.1 because it's 4 feet by 8 feet. Now, if you got a screen that's 4 feet by 4 feet, or 10 feet by 10 feet, or 6 feet by 6 feet, or 12 by 12, that will always come down to 4.3. I haven't gotten to the areas of 235. I got a 239.1 and 235.1, but there's other ones that actually go much slimmer than that, like 1.7 something. It gets crazy. Or just to show you that the projector has an option. So keep in mind, if you pick one of these up at Amazon for 300 bucks, you literally got a projector with a 235.1 setting in it, which you don't get that option when it comes to most projectors. Now mind you, all the projectors I have in the house, from Sony's, Christie's, Panasonics, you name them up here in the house, not one of those high-end venue projectors has a 235.1 setting. The one that cost me 150 bucks does. Keep in mind, if you go and you I try to talk, when I first saw this setting, the setup in my projector, because I bought a projector because I bought a short throw. The first Viewsonic I bought was a short throw, and I bought that because my screen was around 200 inches, and I wanted something where I can actually fill out the entire screen. And then me flipping through for the 16:9 setting, a 235.1 popped up, and I was quite shocked because I heard that was an expensive feature to have on a projector. So I call up Viewsonic and I asked them about the 235.1 settings, and they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. They never advertised about it. Think about all the Viewsonic projectors out there right now. Have you ever heard of one of them advertising about 235.1 in their projectors? They don't. So that's why it's one of those things you got to bump into by accident or have somebody tell you about it. So I started going out and buying all the different forms of projectors. Everything from the top of the line to the cheapest one. And the cheapest one I bought, which was the one with the SVGA 600 by 800 res, 235.1 option. So you figured it out. Viewsonic is known for doing stuff like that with their projectors. They give you so much more back. Now mind you, the projector I'm using over here is a 600 by 800 res 720p SVGA projector, right? It's 3,800 lumens. It's a 3,800 lumen projector with a 22,000 to 1 contrast ratio, and it has a 235.1 anamorphic lens. That's something that projectors that you could sit up there and pay $1,500 to $1,700, $1,800 don't even have. And they sure don't have a 235, you know. And my ultra short throw Viewsonic on the floor had 235.1 settings in it. All right, we'll do some fish real quick. And I'm done. They're gonna build me another 230. I'm gonna build me a smaller one, 235.1, and then buy another one of these projectors for $300 or $250 or $150, whatever I can get it for on eBay. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta turn my air conditioner on because it is hot. Yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah, but if you get a screen that's 4x8, you can do 235.1 off of it. 4x7, not gonna happen. All you would have to do is just cut the top and the bottom, and that's it. Or just leave it this way. Because you might want to convert back to 16:9. Alright, I'm gonna hop over. I still want to do my beautiful fish before I get out of here. That's vacation one. That's not it. Let's see what we got going on here. There we go, underwater. I'm gonna do that one. Ready to get things straightened up. I don't think I have much to do. Oh shoot, did I turn it on? pack it up. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. The new technology will be available tomorrow. I got to be up early to upload pictures and stuff to the website. I will put a link at the bottom if they have it. If they have it, this will be for the wallpaper surface I'm using in the demonstration. I got this for $48 on Amazon. If they have it, if they do have it, I'll post a link so you can get it for yourself. If you decide you want to do a wallpaper surface. All right, thank you all for your time. I have to go, and of course, thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with such wonderful technology. Thank you all, and God bless.